And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your grand final of the 2 versus 2 Insanity Cup top bracket over 3,200 is BC Blackheart. I assumed into the wrong person. BC Blackheart, aka Let the Dog, and Peanut Butter On, which is also known as Pachirico. And their honorable opponents on the right-hand side, Zlo from Russia and Silver Eye from Poland. And here we go in this game. No idea what's going to happen. As per usual, we've got Let the Dog here on Craftiest Maximus. This is a map. It's actually very, very nice in 2 versus 2 because there's lots of mass, so you can get the battles kicked off straight away, and there's all these different dimensions. But you have 2 players to do all the micro, so you don't have to kill yourself in terms of trying to micro everything as you would in 1 versus 1. So, of course, Zlo and Silver came through to the final by defeating who did they defeat? Galactic Fear and Zoc in that very long and drawn out game on Rager. The Galactic Colossus eventually won it. And here Peanut Butter and Let the Dog, of course, beat Lucian and Voodoo, the other heavyweight team. On Rager, that was a much quicker game. So we'll see what we get here. Early Selines from both players on the right. Silver Eye and Zlo both wanting early intel. Of course, this is a similar situation to Rager. One player on each team has a Hydro, the other one does not. Leads to a slight imbalance early on, but it's a stylish imbalance, fashionably so. Or what am I talking about? I'm talking shit. One player has 2, another has 1. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please don't listen to me, but do keep watching the video. And we've got Zlo now. Looks like he's having power or mass problems, and because his max is taking way too long to build. So that's not good to have mass problems early on. We've got scouting from him, bomber from Pachirico, and Let the Dog just working on his second Hydro. It's a bit dumb, but that is the way it is. And we've got this bomber now coming in. Anti-air turret immediately up for Zlo, so he's not going to be intimidated by that. And his Hydro was already half built, so it's not going to be a big problem for him to get that constructed. And super early Navy from Zlo. He is known as one of those players who will get Navy immediately if he starts next to the water. He tries to take naval control very, very early on. He's good at that. You see, the other team is already anticipating that. Torpedo launchers first. Su-Atha from Let the Dog, and also the same thing from Silver Eye. So they clearly had this in mind. They're going to go for very, very early frigates, try to deny the Navy. At the very least, they will kill this engineer. It won't deny the mexes from being built, but it's a good idea from Silver Eye nonetheless. And of course the left team is much slower with Navy, but they will have a slight advantage elsewhere, so they didn't go for it as hard as the right side team did. Silver Eye only now just getting his factories up. Let the Dog doing the same thing. And you can see the torpedo launcher now coming into play. His frigates are going to have to back off. Pachirico does not have one of those, so his engineer will go down. But the more the right-hand team puts into these naval units, the worse off they're going to be on land. And it would be very nice to get a submarine and kill these off, actually. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. And what is this? Do we have an artillery drop from Let the Dog? Looks like we do. And just now some raiding from Let the Dog. Some artillery from Silver Eye, nothing that he'll be worried about though. Looks like this artillery drop will deny the factory. Don't think that frigate will be up in time. Actually, it might be. It all depends. But in any case, I think the factory will go down regardless of whether or not the frigate comes out, so it'll be a setback. But it may well survive. I don't know. The frigate now going away. What is happening here? Target firing on the ground there to deny stuff. But now the factory will go down slow. Still putting pressure, but there are submarines now from Let the Dog. And this Hydra for Pachirico will it be killed? May be killed. From Silver Eye's frigate. Battle kicking off here. A land battle. It's been largely ignored, but now both players engaging here. Pachirico being the far more aggressive of the two. Zlo just pushing back with his ACU. Looks like Zlo has numbers for the moment. See how that develops. Pachirico now, or not, but Silvereye, casted too much, watched too many games today. It's getting confusing, but Silvereye able to balance his power nicely while he gets a gun upgrade, so that might give him some chances here. And the submarines from Let the Dog are getting busy killing off the frigates while his transport drops on the islands to get 6 more free mexes. It's going to be a setback for his opponents here as Let the Dog just continues to gain more and more control over his side. Zlo is being pinned back by Pachirico as well, but not to the same extent as Silvereye because he does have these frigates killing off mexes and power within Pachirico's base, so nice annoyance from Zlo. And just straight up spam from Silvereye plus gun. He's going to try and do this the old-fashioned way. Tech 2 land up for BC Blackheart, otherwise known as Let the Dog. And with these 3 islands now in his possession, it's going to be very difficult to push against Blackheart because he will start to build more and more units. This is 12 extra mass per second. It's about 3 more factories that he can support if you think about averages. So 3 more factories, you can imagine the devastation that can cause. And see, he's pulling way ahead of everybody in mass. No one yet looks like they're going to secure these 3 top islands. It's a very contested zone. Navy against air here in terms of Zlo against Pachirico. The gun Daisyu coming in from Silvereye. Engineer being produced by Let the Dog. Maybe some Tech 2 point defense will be a possibility. Don't know. Silvereye continuing to push here. He wants to kill Let the Dog because if he doesn't, then the game is over from his perspective. He won't be able to do much. This is getting very close on this side. Zlo versus Pachirico. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Silvereye now getting pushed back by Let the Dog. This side just continues to be very, very intense. It's hard to keep track of both of these at the same time. And Silvereye now going way down in health. He was caught out. He went too far. His units were on the wrong side of the mountain. Silvereye is probably going to go down here. He's going to get hit by a few more units. He does go down. So suddenly it's 2v1. Silvereye is down and out. And up here the battle just continues to rage on. Zlo has to kill Pachirico immediately. And this may be a draw. If it is a draw, the left team will be very happy with that. That will end the game. It was a control K there, I think. Somebody control K'd because both of them were at 2k health. But it doesn't matter because Let the Dog is the sole surviving comm, and that will bring an end to that. BC takes the 2 versus 2 top bracket. These are the 2 finalists from the URC. Now they're working together to win the 2v2 tournament. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys later.